Hey everybody, here's the top 5 things I want to read in 2025. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. I'm your host, Brent, and today we're doing the top 5 things I want to read in 2025. These are books I already have, and these are books I have not read in any capacity. Well, some of them I've read as single issues, but in terms of the collected editions, I have not read at all. So in no particular order, let's start out with this one. I will just, as I'm pulling this book out, I want to give a shout out to Dom at the Comic Book Report. I followed his channel. His channel's blown up compared to mine. I think he started soon after I did, but congrats to him, doing very, very well. And he did a video, I will link it at the end of the video here at the end titles, doing the top 5 things he wanted to finish in 2025, because he's in the middle of reading a whole bunch of books. Whereas the way I read something front to back before I move on to the next thing, unless it's like the single issues I'm reading on my iPad or if I'm on travel or something like that. So these are things I have not started that I do want to read this year in 2025. So no particular order. First one off the bat, Sandman Book 2. I read Sandman Book 1 after the first season of the Netflix show had come out. So I think I'd read the first 6 issues from the library a long time ago, and then I watched the show, and then I read the volume 1 of this version of the collected editions. These are the Black Label branded ones. Now that Vertigo's back, are they going to relabel them Vertigo? I don't know. But this is Book 2. So this should pick up right where Season 2 starts. So I kind of want to read this before Season 2 starts, whenever that is. This collects Sandman 21 through 37, Sandman Special Number 1, Vertigo Winter's Edge 1 through 3, and the story arcs Season of Mists and Game of You, among others. So it's by Neil Gaiman with artists Kelly Jones, Mike Drindenberg, Sean McManus, Colleen Doran. So I don't think I read 2 here. When I got a couple of books from the library a long time ago. If you have not checked out your local library for comics, go check it out. You might find some good stuff, and it's free if you got a library card, right? And a library card doesn't cost anything, so totally free to you. Here's some, I believe this is Kelly Jones stuff in here. Haven't read any of this, so I do want to read this before Season 2 comes out. I don't know when Season 2 comes out. I do know it's this year, I think. I know they're shooting it right now when, what's his face? Neil Gaiman has all these grooming accusations and weird shit he's done. You know, am I surprised? No. Disappointed? Sure. He was supposed to be one of the nice guys, but oh well. Anyway, his work's still getting a lot of attention. You know, Sandman's still a thing. It's a great TV show. There are other people behind it that do deserve recognition, so I will continue to read that. And that's not to say that his writing isn't bad. It does not like he's writing about doing the things he did or anything like that, or setting him up. So, and this is a long lauded comic classic, honestly. People have said Sandman is one of those things you should give to a new comics reader. Like when you want to introduce him to something, give him Sandman. If they don't like superheroes, give him something else. All right, number 2 book. And I just did an overview of this. So I don't know if it's on the video on the channel yet or not, but you'll see it. Batman The First Night by Dan Jurgens, Mike Perkins. I won't spend too much time on it because it has an overview of its own, but this is a phenomenally looking Black Label book. I've read the first issue of the 3 that are included in here. There is only 3, so it collects the whole thing. I read the first issue wanting to see if I wanted to check it out. It's typically how I treat these oversized Black Label books. When I say oversized, I mean like they're taller. They're as tall as an oversized hardcover or a deluxe edition or an omnibus, but they're a little bit wider too. There's this width on the page also. So you go to wider panels here, more cinematic, as one would say. But it's all about Batman in 1938 with the purple gloves, beating up some mobsters, maybe some monster men. I don't know. I have not read it yet, but this might be the first thing I read once I'm done recording this video and get some time to myself. So that is number 2, again, in no particular order. Third thing I want to read is Miracle Man. I've never read Miracle Man or Marvel Man, whatever you want to call him, but I do have these hardcovers from Marvel Comics. I have the first 3 of the Alan Moore, and I have a 4th one with Neil Gaiman, and I have the trade paperback of the Silver Age or something like that with Gaiman and Mark Buckingham. And yeah, I've always heard about this run, and I've always wanted to read it, and then I picked them up and I have not gotten to it. So I don't know if I want to read the whole thing. I guess I'll figure out how that goes with this first storyline and then go from there. But yeah, I've always been interested in reading this because, again, it, like Sandman, is one of those lauded things of like one of the greatest comics ever written by one of comics' greatest writers, Alan Moore, whose name not on the book. So thanks, Alan Moore, for disavowing comics because of all your money troubles or whatever the problem was. All right, 4th thing, Batman by Paul Dini Omnibus. I want to reread this because I loved it when it was coming out. It first started out with these wonderful single issues. This first one here with J.H. Williams III, phenomenal. Then you had Don Kramer. Oh, I love this run with Don Kramer. He does the art for a long ways until I believe Dustin Nguyen takes over. But I love Don Kramer's art here on this book. It's just wonderful. This has the Robin, Joker, Jingle Bell storyline in here. And then this is the Ra's al Ghul book right here. Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul. That's a separate trade paperback. It's not all collected in here, but the 1 or 2 issues that Paul Dini wrote are in here. What this also doesn't have is the Peter Milligan issue that follows up on the Suit of Sorrows. That's a little weird, but hey, it's by Paul Dini. But what it does have also is, what is it? All the stuff by Dustin Nguyen is gorgeous. I love his art style. It's so much fun. But it goes through the end of Detective Comics and then goes into Streets of Gotham. So you have the Heart of Hush storyline in here, where he's like impersonating Bruce Wayne, and you find out Tommy Elliott's origin with his mother, that kind of stuff. And then you have most of Streets of Gotham is in here. House of Hush and Heart of Hush are all in here. And that's also super fun stuff. So excited to reread this because I love the Hush storylines. I love the Don Kramer stuff. The One and Done arcs that are in the Detective Comics books are also in here. They're great. So yeah, super excited to get to this year. It's high on my list. Gorgeous omnibus. And then finally, we will do this one as a twofer because I don't have the other omnibus yet. But obviously, it's got to be the DC versus Marvel omnibus. I'm going to call it the double pack because I have this one. We've done an overview of it on the channel. And I have the other book coming either later this week or the following Monday. The Amalgam Omnibus. I got both of them with the Jim Lee covers, so they will be matching on my bookshelf. That's fun. But yeah, I have not read any of this stuff except for the Batman Punisher Streets of Fire crossover with Asbats in here, as I mentioned on my video. So excited to read this, all in oversized art omnibus format that all those guys, cream themselves over omnibuses and stuff like that. But yeah, haven't read a lot of this, if not most of it. So excited to get to it, even though it may not be the best stories in the world. They are super fun. And hey, when else are you going to get a book like that, right? Much less the Amalgam Omnibus that will go right here. So those are my top five, count them 6 things to read in 2025. What's on your list? What are you looking forward to getting around to reading that's in your collection right now? Let me know down below in the comments which of these 5 or 6 things do you think I'm going to enjoy the most, or have you enjoyed the most? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.